pretty privilege is real. It is. I said the shit. It's real. I have seen people gravitate towards me, and then all of a sudden, like, compliment me on my eyes, my skin color, my hair, whatever, right? So it's real. People do actually, I guess, treat me differently because of it. Now, because of it, the different treatment is not always good, okay? Sometimes the treatment is negative and it's bad. So because of the color of my skin, because of the color of my eyes, because of my hair texture, I get hated on. So I'm going to need you people who hate on people who are pretty to at least take into consideration that we getting it out here. Like, we already getting it. We don't need it from you as well. Like, for real. Like, give us a break. I mean, be mad at moms and dad. Huh? We didn't do it. We didn't ask to be put here to look like this, okay? Whatever we was mixed up with, it's here, and we didn't have anything to do with it. So I was in a public spot a few weeks ago, and there was a gentleman who was talking to me more than he was talking to the other ladies in the room. And ever since then, those ladies have been treating me like shit. And it wasn't my fault. He was just talking to me. I mean, probably because I was confident enough to speak back to him. I don't know. But they was hating. And they've been treating me like shit ever since. So y'all, be kind. Be kind to us pretty girls. We out here scraggling.
Ooh, Chile. There is a lot to talk about here. But I'ma just say this, and then I'm gonna play the intro and let you think on it for a second, right? You notice in this video that this woman said, people come up to me and they say, oh, I like your skin color, I like your hair texture, I like your eye color, so and so and so. But she never said that they call her pretty. Yet somehow she equated that to pretty privilege. Ooh, think about it. Now, I'm going to say this from the perspective of someone who is considered conventionally attractive, a bad mama jamma, if you will, okay? Realistically, yes, you do get treated better if you are pretty. That is definitely a thing, okay? Because growing up, I was not considered conventionally attractive, and I definitely see a difference in how people treat me now versus how they treated me when they did not consider me attractive. So yes, pretty privilege is real, okay? But a lot of times, a lot of people mistake pretty privilege with colorism or hair texturism or whatever, like this woman said. Because like I pointed out, you notice that she didn't even tell the lie of pretending that folks be walking up to her and being like, wow, you're so pretty, because she's not. Now, I'm not going to say that this woman is ugly, because personally, I don't think that she is. I think that this is an average looking woman, right? I think this is somebody you see and it's just like, oh, this person exists, right? It's not like, ooh, like, my goodness, right? Like, or like, oh, wow, like, that person is gorgeous. No, she's just regular looking, right? So she didn't even tell the lie that anybody has ever looked at her and been like, wow, you're so pretty. But she equated people hyping up her proximity to whiteness to pretty privilege. And I mean, look, I gotta hold the black community accountable for this, because oh my goodness, black folks are so color struck, self-hating, and just downright pathetic. My goodness, that's where this mentality in biracials comes from. She's been worshipped for her proximity to whiteness by black people, because white people are not worshiping biracials. Let's be for real, right? That's where this is all coming from. Now, I like to tell this story. I think I've only told it like one time, right? Because it really highlights the whole colorism thing, right? When I was in middle school, okay, I had these 3 friends, and they were all light-skinned. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, all of them bitches was ugly. Now, that was my friends, my ace booms. If y'all is watching this, I hope y'all look better now. I really do. It's been a long time. Glow ups can come. Come on now, right? But back then, all of them bitches was ugly, okay? So, them was my 3 friends, okay? We gonna call them, I don't know, let's call them, what's like a group of 3 people? I guess Destiny's Child at some point. But I mean, that's not a good name for them because, like I said, they was tore up. But we just gonna call them Destiny's Child for ease of this storytelling, right? So I can keep it all straight in my head, okay? So I was friends with Destiny's Child, and on the side, I was friends with this girl who we will call Jasmine, okay? Now, Jasmine was also light skinned. Jasmine was actually pretty, though, okay? So I'm thinking, like, how did we become friends? I don't even remember. How did me and Jasmine meet? I don't know. But I feel like me and Destiny's Child, we used to be ripping and running after school, like, so. But I'm like, how did me and Jasmine meet? I don't know, right? But Destiny's Child did not like Jasmine. Mind you, all of these were light-skinned girls, right? I was the only dark-skinned person in this whole mix, right? Now, I'm thinking, I'm like, why didn't they like Jasmine? I can't tell you why. That was so long ago. How old am I now? I'm 29. My goodness, that's when I was 12. That was 17 years ago. That was almost 20 years ago. My goodness gracious, right? But anyway, right? So 7th grade, that was the year I got kicked out of school. So, I mean, yeah, I ended up disappearing halfway through the school year anyway, right? But I stumbled across Jasmine like last year. Like I just randomly came across her and she was like, oh my God, like, what happened? Like everybody said you went to the crazy house. And I was like, But that's another story for another day, right? But anyway. So Jasmine tells me the story about what happened after I got kicked out of school, right? Jasmine was like, girl, tell me why after you got kicked out, them bitches jumped me, right? And I was like, what? Because I'm like, if I had still gone to the school, I wouldn't have let them jump her. And granted, I mean, I can't stop nobody from doing nothing, but I would have told them straight up, if y'all jump her, I'm helping her, bitch. Y'all not finna jump her in front of me, and we probably gonna beat y'all asses. And if we don't, then, bitch, I'm gonna run up on you every time I catch you alone and beat the fuck out of all of you bitches one by one. Like, what? Just realistically, even though Destiny's Child was my friends, one thing about me, I've never been for no funky ass shit. Like if somebody was talking some shit that was clearly wrong, I was gonna be like, bitch, that's wrong. Why would y'all jump her? Like what? I don't care if we are friends. Like, and I will tell you straight up, if you try to jump her, I will help her and I will beat you bitches with a baseball bat because you jumping us. Like what the fuck are we talking about, right? But my point is this, right? My point is, like I said, Destiny's Child and Jasmine were all light skinned. And I was the only dark skinned person in this whole shebang, right? And I swear, and even Jasmine said it, right? She was like, they literally just didn't like me because I was cute. And I was like, that might very well be the case because them bitches was busted, okay? Like, realistically, that is within the realm of possibility, okay? But I was like, that's so crazy because I looked way fucking better than them too. And they didn't have no issues with me, right? But I looked better than them and I was dark skinned, right? So due to colorism, they must not have felt threatened by me, right? But Jasmine looked better than them and she was light skinned. So they must have been threatened by that. And when I said this to Jasmine, she agreed. She was like, yeah, that probably is the case, right? And I'm saying this for a point. You all like to pretend that your issues were with dark-skinned girls being jealous over you and not liking you because you was light-skinned and pretty and this, that. And from my experiences, and I'm not just talking about myself because I understand I'm only one person, right? But when I was in school, I didn't see no darky, coalitions. Let's jump the light-skinned girls because they have curly hair. Like, that was not happening. And I will say this. I'm not going to sit here and say that it never happened, right? Maybe that did happen once in a while, but y'all are painting this as something that it really fucking wasn't. It, like, growing up, right? When I was growing up, and it was the height of colorism when I was growing up, people didn't even try to pretend to be politically correct back then, right? There wasn't no widespread dark-skinned girls are fighting light-skinned girls and mean to them and so because they're jealous. Like, that wasn't a thing. And like I said, okay, maybe, exceptions to the rule exist. Maybe that did happen somewhere. But the fact that it's being painted as like this widespread thing, come on now, right? Now, I do know that I seem a little bit all over the place because I had me a little something to drink. Look, that Captain Morgan pineapple is only $12.99 for the 750 milliliter bottle. What is that, a fifth? I'm terrible at the liquor bottle sizes, y'all. I'm horrible. And it's crazy because I used to be a bartender. But I'd be at the liquor store like, let me get a pint, a fifth. And I'd be like, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Give me that. I don't know. I think the 750 milliliter bottle is the fifth. And the pint is the 375 milliliter bottle, okay? I think. But ooh, y'all, like I said, it was only $12.99. I said, yeah, let me get that. Let me get that, right? So I do understand that I may seem a little bit like all over the place, right? But let's get back to this woman's video. Now, I'm gonna call her biracial Becky because clearly this is a biracial woman, right? And I'm going to be honest here. This woman is not what I would call attractive. Like, realistically, I would say this is a very average looking woman. Very average looking woman, right? But she has done what a lot of people do. She has confused her proximity to whiteness with attractiveness, right? So she thinks that because people come up to her and say, oh, I like your skin color, I like your hair texture, right? That's them saying, you're pretty. But no, that's not that. You can be ugly and adhere to light skin and, you know, hair texture standards of beauty, right? You can be, you know, ugly, right? And like I said, this woman is not ugly, but I will say this. This woman is only 50 years old. Y'all, she looks a mess. A mess. My goodness gracious God. And don't get me wrong, look, I understand that we all age, right? We're all going to look different with time. We're not all going to be in our 20s and 30s forever. And we not supposed to, right? The only way to avoid aging is to die young. And I don't think nobody want to do that, right? So, you know, I understand that, you know, we're going to look different as we age. But bitch, you shouldn't look that different at 50 damn years old. You just got out your 40s. Ooh, bitch, when I tell you this bitch done fell off the bone. Ooh, my goodness gracious. Like, I'm sorry, but biracials, y'all be saying that y'all black, right? But ooh, do time tell the truth? Because baby, that's not how black women age. Let me tell you that right now. That's that Caucasian age. And let's be real for real with that. Something that I've said before, something that I've noticed, because I have friends of all backgrounds. Well, I ain't got no white friends. Hold up. Like, I mean, like, friends, like black friends, like, of different colors, or, like, maybe some biracials or something. I'll be like, hold up, like, I misspoke. But my point is this, right? Something I've noticed with my friends, right? Because, ooh, baby, I'm a bad man, jamma. And look, you are what you eat. And you are only the company that you keep. So I must have a group of bad mama jammas on my arm. Like, let's be so fucking for real, right? But what I've noticed is this. Very rarely are attractive light-skinned women or attractive biracial women colorist or featurist or whatever, right? Like, very rarely. And I really think that it's because they know that even without colorism, featurism, hair texturism, whatever, they'll still be considered attractive because they're attractive, right? But ooh, them ugg mugs, them booty faces, them do bitches. Ooh, my goodness, them bitches be the most colors of all because they need that shit. That is the only way that anybody will come up to them and say anything. Because again, peep that this woman did not say, oh, people come up to me and say that I'm pretty. No, she did not say that. She said people come up to her and say that they like her skin color. Bitch, that mean you ugly with light skin. No, wait, hold up. Like I said, I don't even think she ugly. I just be cooking people. Like, it's just in my black ass DNA. I'm sorry, but like, if you grew up black, baby, ooh, in the lunchroom in middle school, you had to fight for your life. You had to fight for your life. You gonna learn how to roast or you gonna get dragged for motherfucking filth, bitch. So that roasting shit is just, ooh, that just be coming out of me. I'm sorry. But oh, like I said, this bitch done fell off the bone. Oh, this bitch running on empty. Oh, like I said, she not ugly, but bitch, this bitch aging horrifically. Oh my god, oh, Chile, like if I age like that, I'm like, oh God, why you punishing me? Like, oh my goodness, like this bitch, oh, like Chile, oh my god. And then let's highlight something else, right? Am I tripping or did this whole video just sound very childish? Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm a childish bitch myself. Like, hold up, like, come on now, right? Like, but, okay, I'm 29 years old. And like I said, I'm a little childish myself. But I don't sound like a 21-year-old. I sound like a childish 29-year-old, right? But this woman's video, I could have heard this exact same video come from like a 17-year-old and it would have sounded the exact same. Like, this video was really just like childish and just stunted. Like, this video did not sound like it came from a 50-year-old or even a childish 50-year-old. This could have came from a 15-year-old. I kid you not. Like, y'all, I was a high school teacher for years. This easily could have came from a 15-year-old and I would not be like shocked at all. This video was very childish, just the way that she worded it. Ooh, that's pretty, girls. Bitch, you're 50. You're fucking 50. Like, call yourself a woman, bitch. Like, I'm 29. I don't even like calling myself a girl. Like, I don't like to call a man my boyfriend. Because it's like, bitch, we grown as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, you 50 talking about, yeah, us pretty girls. Oh my gosh, like, be nice to us. And then this is my other thing. As somebody who's actually pretty, right? The reality is this. I don't get anything negative due to my prettiness, right? Everything I get from my prettiness is positive. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I think that it's because I'm pretty and I have a nice personality. I'm funny. I'm easy to talk to. Like, people talk to me and they're like, wow, you have a really, like, personable personality, right? So I don't have any of this, oh, people are hitting on me because I'm pretty, whatever. Because that's not what it actually is, bitch. People don't like you because you're not fucking likable. Like, listen to this fucking video, you cornball. Like, you is a corny asshole. That's why people don't like you. It ain't got nothing to do with how you look. Mind you, you're not cute either, but that's besides the point. Let's pretend that you was, right? It's not even about that. It's about the fact that you're not fucking likable. Like, that's also something important to point out, because every time somebody be talking about, people didn't like me because I'm pretty. Rarely are they pretty, right? But then even if they are pretty, okay, they be having a horrific personality. And it's like, it never crossed your mind that, like, maybe people didn't like you because you're not fucking likable, bitch. Like, that never crossed your mind. And it's crazy because my friend has a friend. Mind you, this is not a woman, okay? Well, my friend is a woman, but the friend of the friend is not a woman, okay? This is a grown-ass man, okay? And anytime anything happens, mind you, this man, like, y'all, first of all, he is so unlikable. Oh my goodness gracious God. I just be like, girl, like, your choice in friends makes me evaluate myself, because I be like, oh my God, like, if you hang around this nigga, like what, huh? And you hang around me, I gotta take a look in the mirror, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Is there some similarity there? What the fuck, right? This man is so unlikable. So unlikable. Then, aside from that, right? He is so irresponsible. He, like, I'm not even gonna, like, be specific or anything, right? But this dude is very irresponsible. And, I mean, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? If you do dumbass shit, you're gonna have negative consequences. So he'll do some dumbass shit, then, a negative consequence is the repercussion. I feel like I'm not using that in the right context right now. Is the results of that, right? A negative consequence is the result of that. And then he'll be like, they just jealous of me. They just doing all that because they jealous of me. And it's like, well, you actually did something wrong, first of all. Then second of all, why the fuck would anybody be jealous of you? Like, I'm not even, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details, but let me tell you right now, nobody's jealous of that nigga. Oh my goodness gracious God, right? But this is my thing, right? Because that's a man, it's easier for people to look and say, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck, right? But let's pretend that he was an attractive girl, right? Then people will be like, oh yeah, they're just jealous of you because you're light skinned. No, you did something stupid. You got a negative response, and, like, that's what happened here. It ain't got shit to do with nobody being jealous because you this or that or so and so. So, like, what are we talking about here? Let me tell you something. Look, I'm about to end this video because I'm ready to have me one more drink, play me some StarCraft, and then hop into the bed, okay? A lot of you all equate colorism, hair textures, and whatever, your proximity to whiteness, to being pretty, okay? Now, in no way am I saying that no light-skinned person is pretty or no biracial person is pretty or anything like that. There are pretty people of all backgrounds, all skin colors, all anything. It just so happens that you bitches are not them folks, okay? But my point is this. You really looked in the mirror, saw that you fell off the bone, how you fell off the bone. Like, baby, forget about falling off the bone. You're not even a boneless piece of chicken, bitch. You're a motherfucking cauliflower wing, okay? Like, the bone does not exist. Forget about boneless, bitch. There was no bone to take out, bitch. You looked in the mirror, saw that you was the equivalent of a motherfucking cauliflower wing, bitch. Now, don't get me wrong. Cauliflower wings slap, okay? Veg gang, stand up, okay? But y'all get my point. This is next level boneless, bitch. Like, this is plant-based meat type boneless. The fuck? And you really had the audacity to make this video talking about, yeah, pretty privilege. Like, when I tell y'all that white supremacy is a fucking disease, this shit never made sense to me. Even as a kid, growing up in the height of colorism and shit, I would just be like, are you serious? Like this, it never clicked to me. Ask anybody I went to school with. I never subscribed to any of this. I would tell people straight up, bitch, you're ugly. You light skinned, but you fucking ugly. And don't get me wrong. Look, the point that I'm pushing is not that light skinned people are ugly or mixed people are ugly or anything like that. There are beautiful people of all backgrounds, of all skin colors, all of that, right? It just so happens that you bitches don't be them people. And that's why you be grasping at colorism shit. Like I told you, this bitch didn't even have the nerve to say, people come up to me and tell me I'm pretty, because that don't fucking happen. The bitch had to say, they come up to me and tell me I'm light skinned, and that's the same as pretty. Like, what the fuck? I keep telling you, this shit, this is a disease. That's the only way to put it. Look, I'm gonna say one last thing, because at this point it's time for me to have me one more little drinky drink, play me some StarCraft, and then hop into the bed. Okay, auntie's tired, all right? But my point is this, y'all. You telling me you looked in the mirror and seen how you fell off the bone. Okay, like, baby, forget about the bones. Matter of fact, bitch, you not even a boneless wing. You a motherfucking buffalo cauliflower wing. The hell, like, the bone never fucking existed for you. Now hold up, wait, don't get me wrong. Buffalo cauliflower slaps. Okay, veg gang, stand up, right? But my point is, bitch, when it comes to bonelessness, you're the equivalent of plant-based meat, bitch. You that motherfucking off the bone, okay? And you saw how you looking, right? Aging like I don't even fucking know, bitch. I don't even want to say a banana, bitch. That's being too fucking gracious, bitch. You look a mess. And you were like, yeah, let me make a video talking about people are jealous of me because of my pretty privilege. Bitch, if I look like you when I'm 50, I might just jump off the fucking Rocky Mountains. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember, y'all remember in Game of Thrones when Tommen or whatever his name was, Joffrey little brother, just jumped out the window? That's gonna be me if I look in the mirror when I'm 50 and I look as fucking bad as you, bitch. Are you fucking serious? You aged horrifically. That's just the reality, right? But as terrible as you look, you still think that you're the cream of the crop simply because you're not a black woman, simply because you're biracial, you have lighter skin, you have a looser hair texture, etc., etc., etc. This is what I tell you about how this shit is a coping mechanism. It really is, and this shit is a disease. You look like shit, but you sitting here talking like, yeah, pretty privilege. Just because you're not black, just because you have proximity to whiteness, bitch, you know what? I'm gonna let you have it though, because clearly that's the only thing that you holding on to. Because if you gotta stand in reality, baby, and acknowledge what is and what ain't, I don't think you're gonna be able to deal with it, because you are a fucking mess, for real.